You were on a dating app within 1 month of me leaving.
Oh.
To be honest with you, I don't know why Liz is even surprised. It's such an Ed thing to do, you know? So it's like, it is what it is, to be honest with you. What else can we really say? But let's continue.
You said that you wanted time to work on yourself. You want to
Go into a tailspin. You start screaming at me.
What are you? Please.
Liz lost her temper. Ed didn't like it, and Ed is trying to make it bigger than what it is.
No.
Liz
Comes unglued.
I mean, to be honest with you, I actually had a whole lot of things to say as per usual. But I do agree, though. I do believe that the situation that obviously went down was probably a situation that Ed made bigger than what it was. But let's be real, when it comes to Ed and Liz, communication has always been effed up.
The first time she ever did it in front of my family.
Stop this deflecting onto Liz, though. I'm really not feeling it because you started this whole conversation, your whole section saying it takes two people to make or break a relationship.
Facts upon facts. I mean, at the end of the day, Ed is somebody that says a lot of things, but he can never stand up beyond the words that he actually says. You know, and that's one of the biggest downfalls of Ed, and one of the biggest letdowns of himself, if you know what I'm saying. Because if you're going to say something, make sure you're able to role model what you're saying, especially if it's in a relationship type situation, and especially if it's something that affects it affects both of you. You know what I mean? But let's continue.
Projecting everything onto Liz. Accountability that you have taken, Ed, and why this relationship has failed. Not one.
Wonder why we broke up 15, 16 different times? It's because of her temper, because of taco pasta.
It's funny though how he sits there and talks about we broke up 15, 16 times. I thought it was 13 times, but 15, 16 times. And he thinks because of her temper. So you're telling me that she had a temper that was really, really bad. So you're telling me that she had a temper that was so bad you could break up with her, but it was so bad that you can get back with her again. You know what, Ed isn't making any sense, but hey, who are we to say anything? But hey, let's continue.
It sounds to me like she overreacted about something, and he's seen that a lot, and with a wedding around the corner, and if he feels like that happens a lot.
Why is that?
Personally, I feel as if this was Rob projecting need from his own relationship, to be honest with you. I generally feel like what he said there wasn't really something that was in relation to Ed and Liz. It was more in relation to him and Sophie. But you never know, though. Maybe that is something between, maybe that is an issue that Ed and Liz did have. You never know. But hey, we continue.
Another girl was hugging him when I walked in one night. One at him, and then him telling me, oh, you're crazy. We weren't doing nothing.
A woman, Ed.
I was, first of all, there were 3 women.
Also, he was begging me to come
There were
meet him
3
at the
women
bar.
hanging all over me. I did not even realize it. Hung myself, but
I literally made it so easy.
Personally, I don't even know why it's even relevant about Ed and his women, to be fair, because these two are no longer together. And also Liz now has a new man anyway. So to be honest, I get why they brought it up because it's a show and it's good to bring up the things that obviously happened between them from the moment that they broke up till now. But you know when you're just like, well, what are we going to learn from this? Absolutely nothing. Then again, what we could learn from it is that Ed is a selfish, narcissistic. I will leave it there. The other things in my mind aren't so user friendly. Let's continue.
Ed had an inappropriate relationship with her?
No, Ed's not capable. He couldn't pay another woman enough money to touch him. Second of all,
Liz is
Says the woman that has been sleeping with him for God knows how many times. Says the woman that took him back how many times. I don't know why she said that with so much strength. I don't know why she said that with her chest, as if she's not the one that's been, you know what I mean? But okay then. I just felt like that was an unnecessary low blow that really was not effective.
anger and her temper.
Her can't have a temper, yes. Her temper is triggered around Ed because of what he says, what he does, how he treats her.
tell me about your daughter.
Piss her off, you're gonna get the bitch. I did
Told
not
me
say
that
she had emotional problems.
You did tell me she had a really bad temper.
No, I did
We
not
said
say,
that on-
don't you dare sit there and lie.
To be honest with you, the way Liz's mom was reacting was kind of telling me as if she did speak poorly about her daughter to Ed. That's the vibe that I got.
I don't know about man to man, but go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
Just come up, I would deal with them.
Okay, so obviously Ed is trying to give advice to the new man in Liz's life. And he's talking about, hey, if she ever throws her temper forward, speak up. Don't be silent. Don't let him intimidate you. Listen, maybe this whole new thing has been brought to the table about Liz having a temper is a real thing. Maybe Ed is telling us the truth. Maybe really and truly he has been covering up for her for God knows how long. That's something that I guess we won't know for sure, but we do know that Liz is somebody that definitely is a walk-in mistake in terms of the choices she makes. For example, being with Ed is a big choice. Being with Ed 15, 16 times is a even bigger choice. So I wouldn't be surprised if she did have a little bit of a temper, you know what I mean? Plus the mum does say that, of course, if you cross Liz, then of course you will get a side of her that is not pretty. And you know what? Ed is probably talking from a place where part of what he's saying is true, but at the same time, how do we know how much of it is true? Simply because Ed is talking about how, or he has said in the tale about how he protected Liz for quite a while, which I find very hard to believe because Ed has done whatever he can possible to throw Liz under the bus at any given time. He has done what he can possible to say things to trigger at any given time. He has literally always been there to poke at her, to therefore get under her skin or to frustrate her or to pay her off, you know what I mean? And to be fair, we even see it right now, even with Liz's mum, the way he's obviously coming at Liz's mum. Then again, though, I'm not saying he's poking at her mum. He's more like asking her, saying, hey, remember what you told me about your daughter, though? And to be fair, if Liz's mum did say anything negative about her daughter to Ed, that isn't a good thing, because that's not a great start whatsoever. If anything, the mum should be saying all the good things about her daughter to any man that comes in her daughter's life rather than the bad things, because really and truly, you want the best for your child, not the worst for your child. But hey, I guess Liz's mum didn't get that memo. She decided to speak her piece, and sadly the piece that she spoke, Ed probably used as ammo. He probably understood that Liz has a side of her that is very angry, has a side of her that can't help but speak her truth. So therefore, Ed probably decided to trigger it any given time that he sued him. So therefore, he can always look like the better person, because let's be real, Ed is somebody that thrives off other people looking weak, so he can feel strong about himself, probably because he was bullied as a kid. I don't know, but either way, the way he behaves as somebody that is very protective of himself, looking like the bigger person, looking like the stronger person, looking like the alpha in the situation, because maybe he has a history where he was never that in the first place. And to be fair, he clearly still isn't that now, because if he was, well, then he wouldn't have been getting back with the same woman 15, 16 times. And most importantly, he would have told her with his chest that we're not getting married, rather than canceling the wedding and then letting her find out from XYZ. And also, most importantly, he wouldn't conduct himself in this manner. The way he conducts himself is ugly, it's horrible, it's disgusting, it's disturbing. And to think that this man was once upon a time married blows my mind. And to think that this man actually has a daughter blows my mind. But the fact that his daughter doesn't have a good relationship anymore or currently makes all the sense in the world. And I can imagine his ex-wife obviously doesn't want to hear from neither, which also makes all the sense. But the saddest thing about it is that, generally speaking, we should be speaking about Ed in a positive way when it comes to his ex, in a positive way when it comes to his daughter. But we can't even do that for him, because all he ever does is spread negativity wherever he goes. So even if Liz has got this temper, has got these issues, XYZ, the matter of the fact is, Ed, we all know that he's done nothing whatsoever to try and make things easier for her. Everything he's ever done is literally to antagonize her and literally to make her look like this person, just so he can feel better than everybody else, because hey, Ed just has to be the superior. Fake alpha, should I say. Nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions, and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.